Up to 6 kilometers deep within the planet lies a frozen wasteland. This ice cape is almost entirely covered in glistening ice with thin layers of snow on its surfaces. The region's description suggests at the extremely unusual nature of this biome, breaking so many laws of physics that it made a scientist quit. The shape of the rooms range from smooth surfaces to ones littered with spiky protrusions of ice. And it's only natural that it would contain smooth ice, an obsidian-colored slippery surface. Any dwarves running through it can anticipate a significant loss in traction, but thanks to it, they are able to move faster than they normally would. Perhaps these chunks of ice were formed thanks to more recent bodies of water entering this region from various other areas. Another form of ice are large unstable icicles spotted on the ceiling. If any force is applied to it, it'll dislodge, fall, and then shatter upon making contact. A fairly common encounter are the large piles of deep snow. These are likely caused by the frequent blizzards. It'll slow down any dwarves that attempt to pass through it and serves as a cushion for long falls. In very rare scenarios, deep snow can form curious colossal shapes, yet another puzzling phenomenon to add to the planet's catalog. Even while not traversing through deep snow, dwarves should still stay cautious, as they can suddenly come across hidden crevices that are quick to uncover the moment a dwarf steps on them. The most ordinary plant of glacial strata is the cryobulb, which contains a high concentration of frost fumes within its spiky bulb. It doesn't take much force to make the cryobulb pop. The fumes it releases will freeze anything within its radius, turning many creatures to ice. The bulbs are said to have formed thanks to the mineral-rich ice of the region, as well as the small creatures that'll stick to its prickly bits. Another fairly common organic formation is the cryofoamer, more than likely a cousin of the cryobulb. Once popped, it will release a highly pressurized gas trapped inside of it, which will very quickly freeze into a platform formation thanks to the ice cape's incredibly low temperature. This phenomenon may have inspired engineers' platform gun. Undoubtedly, the cold vents are partially to thank for the region's exceedingly low temperature, or rather, it's a side effect thanks to the frequent blizzards. These vents lower the temperature to such extremes that it'll penetrate the dwarf's armor, making their temperature drop rather quickly, eventually freezing the dwarf. The oasis is the only safe haven from glacial strata's rough conditions. These were formed thanks to the planet's core, perhaps even thanks to the magma core region. The flora formed around the oasis are fairly familiar, containing plants seen in regions like dense biozone, as well as magma core. Tons of speculations can be made about the significance of this oddity. Dwarves can utilize these sanctuaries to reset their personal temperature to a neutral state. Many glyphids manage to naturally adapt to the biome's unusual weather. Thus, a frost-resistant glyphid eventually evolved, with a side effect making it weak to high temperature. Under natural conditions, they would never encounter extreme heat. The final and potentially most mysterious feature of glacial strata are mysterious light sources. There's very little that I can say about them, which is exactly what makes them so strange. Judging by the frustrations of xenogeologists, this biome is the most puzzling of them all. Is this where a huge chunk of the planet's water went? Did the frozen water secretly originate from salt pits? If that's the case, how did it manage to freeze in the first place? Why is it so cold deep within the planet? The most logical explanation I can think of is that this region wasn't made naturally. It just looks like it was. Or perhaps the planet itself was created from scratch by a highly advanced race of some kind. Extreme speculation aside, the nature of glacial strata has definitely got me questioning its existence as well. This is getting a... where will it go? F on my tier list.